Welcome to Shooting Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Portia's Family of Lies. Before we start, D, tell them what to do.
Okay, first I'm gonna tell them this now. So guys, tomorrow is Auntie Rhonda's birthday, so tell her happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to me!
And smack that thumbs up on Scott channel.
All right.
And it's the video.
All right, let's get it going. Y'all.
Oh, that's mess.
Portia should be going to jail. Okay? That's all it is.
And that crowd of banshees that she brought with her.
Man.
That full on assault.
That was full on assault.
That was terrible.
And we should refer to her as Karen, because that's exactly what she's acting like.
She was acting like a Karen. Oh my God.
Definitely a Karen. So let's break down this whole fight. We're gonna do the whole episode. We're not just gonna talk about the fight, we're gonna do the whole episode. But let's break it down. I told y'all last week that girl was trying to fight his mama. Okay. This angle that they gave us this episode, you could see she definitely was going after his mama. So it started off, Portia and Storm is standing over there by the exit. They went over there by the exit because they was telling security.
Why were they by the exit when they were sitting at the table if he got up to leave?
When he got into it with Storm, and she said, "You ain't got to talk to her like that." Her and Storm went over by the exit, and they was telling security, Portia said, "I want him to go." Okay? Security was standing over there, I guess, close to the exit. So with him, he needs to go. You need to get him, what she said, he needs to get the F out. His sluts, and his mama. His bitch mama. Okay. So
Portia has way too much venom for Mama Gina. I'm not understanding it at all.
The whole like since episode 1, all her energy has been towards Mama Gina, and Mama Gina ain't doing nothing.
Well,
she
no,
ain't acting no kind of way.
It's like when you see how logical Aunt Liz is and how they're bonding with each other, like she's been chilling.
But everything that she said, it has nothing been really out of line.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So when she got up, when they got up, she was they was going towards the exit, and you hear Mama Gina say she done lost her mind, right? Because that's something that if you would have said me and your bitch ass mama, that's some shit that your mama gonna say. She done lost her mind.
Well, and then she kept screaming like, "Where's his mama? Where's his, like? Why was she in the midst of all that so focused on where's his mama?"
Well, that's before the fight. This is before the fight broke off. This when they was walking towards the door.
Okay.
So then she said she done lost their mind, right? Dennis turned around and saying to his mama, "Okay, come on, chill out. Let's go." Then while they walking out, Portia steady doing this, and she says to the mama, "You heard what I said." Then she lunged at her. That's when Dennis did like this to stop Portia from getting to his mama, and then she started punching Dennis in the head.
She lost her shit.
Then all hell broke loose. Okay, because that's when all hell broke loose.
Like they immediately grabbed Dennis. At no point did he have any hands to put on anyone. Dennis's hands was not even free.
Somebody had Dennis like this, wanted security around the neck. Nobody, I mean, Dennis was caught up when it first started. And all he did was do like this to Portia to stop him from getting his mama. I think at this time, Dennis is sitting up there trying to see, where is my mama? That's why he's trying to get away. Lauren comes up and he says to Lauren, she tried to get to my mama, right? And then you hear Lauren say at the first part, okay, don't worry, I got your mama. But then you see and Darlene start pulling on Dennis.
Flintstone feet having donkey booty ass was hanging on Dennis, hanging on him.
And then when he started doing this to get her off, then Lauren starts beating on Dennis. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Meanwhile,
down to the floor, but like I said, his hands was never free, so
never free. Then you see, what's the little girl name?
Storm
is in the back trying to hit at Dennis. At this point, you see Portia start taking plates and she's throwing them. This glass is breaking.
Dishes across the room.
Good dishes.
She done picked up the whole boom, the whole thing.
When she threw that first dish, I believe that was Storm that was doing all that screaming. I said she must have hit Storm.
Because she beat your ass, not Dennis. He never.
Portia, yeah, it definitely was Portia, because she was when the first thing started, she was behind Portia the whole time. I'm sure you did catch some air balls.
Storm is little, and she got herself tangled up in between Portia and security. And
I believe she caught some of that glass. Cause she said I'm cut. She said I'm cut or I'm bleeding. She got cut by that. And then when Portia picked up that boom, she hit the security in the head. Her ass should be in jail. Cause that man grabbed his head.
You ever notice that every time we just saw with Kenya, she dragged Kenya across the damn floor and then she cries. Every time she gets into a fight, she cries like something happened to her. She's a whole ass Karen.
She's a Karen.
Remind me of that lady in Victoria's Secrets down on the floor screaming.
Yes, that's exactly what she did. She's a Karen. She's a Karen. That was horrible. They jumped Dennis.
They did.
That family jumped Dennis.
Her whole family jumped him.
Is Dennis from Detroit?
And then what's wrong with Dennis exercised a lot of restraint? I don't know that I could have done that. Did Dennis have a sister? Because his sister need to come with Portia's
ass. That's what I'm saying. Because I heard Dennis was from
Darlene,
the D.
How old is she? Why was she so invested in the fight? She bad as daughter. They dying to be inside some mess.
They want to be seen.
Oh,
they want to be seen.
We see her big ass in that lime green dress. We see you, lady.
And then the other Lauren was trying to restrain her, and then she was hitting. And then you hear the other Lauren say, "You hitting? That's your daughter. You're hitting your daughter." See, that's another person beat her ass.
And then the assistant Lauren moved her back, and she went back in there again, because I seen, and Liz ain't never got her ass up from that table. She sat there the whole time like, look at this shit here.
When it first started, she told Lauren, the sister Lauren, you supposed to be handling this. You need to get on up.
What she called her, peacemaker? You better go over there and
right, peacemaker. Go make peace. Simon could barely hold Portia big ass. Okay.
Simon that girl disgusted.
Let me tell y'all, this girl, y'all be sitting up there doing screenshots and stuff for Beyonce talking about the devil in her eye and all of that. Let me tell you, Portia had the devil.
She was possessed. In her eye. She always said she blacked out. But what was you blacking out for? What was so serious that you needed to black out?
Okay, blackout. Y'all be talking about Beyonce. I'm finna show y'all this picture of Portia.
Of the demon.
And I want y'all to look at this. This girl is a demon. Okay. Y'all look at this picture. Do you see the devil?
Oh my word.
In this girl's eye. Okay, look at her. Look at her face.
Her.
She is possessed right now. That
Why
doesn't
is she
make
so
any
mad? I don't
sense.
understand. What is she so upset about? And she was the whole time screaming, "Where's his mama? Where's your mama? Where's his mama?"
That's what she kept saying. Where your mama at? She wasn't even trying to get at Dennis. She was trying to get to his mama.
Her.
That was
Wow.
horrible. She is a devil, y'all. She is a devil. That don't make no sense.
That's crazy.
So, meanwhile, y'all tell me Don was standing up on the furniture. He was like up away from it. They was like, Dom, get off the furniture.
What was he
Then he
crying
go
for?
over to the bar and he started banging on the bar and
What was he
crying.
crying about? Because he started that shit.
Because he started.
He
He was
started
like,
that
oh
shit.
my
He
God,
told him to. He was doing what he was told to do.
he was on, and he felt bad because he was like, oh my God.
Look what I did. Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
low key, I
So
think
then she,
they were having a perfectly good time earlier that day, and then
they were. Child, well, that's when she started doing that crying, talking about, he hurt my family.
He hurt
No,
my
he didn't.
family.
No, he didn't. You was trying to hurt. She switched that up. She went straight into, let me turn this around. And Liz went over there.
I hate to reference this person because I can't stand her either. But Kenya been saying Portia was a liar.
She did.
And I'm honestly good on Portia. After seeing this, I don't need her to come back to anything. She quit all her jobs. She can stay gone.
But here's the thing. She better be gone. Cause y'all kicked Monique. Y'all was done with Monique.
Didn't they
This
though?
the same network, right? This Bravo, this Andy
Yeah.
Conway, right? Y'all said how y'all don't condone violence.
Dennis won't press charges, and they got rid of Monique because the Green Eye Bandits refused to film with her, so she kind of got pushed out on some different shit because they wanted to keep her.
I bet you Portia would say after watching that she refused. I mean, not Portia. Kenya would say after watching that she refused to
I don't blame
say with her.
I don't blame Kenya.
Because you're not gonna be able to just put your hands on people
Because
like
I
that.
don't
Then
know
say I blacked out.
Her hands on me once, and every time she black out, she got in a fight with Cynthia. Who fights with Cynthia?
And she was stomping her. And y'all better go back and watch it because she had the same evil spirit in her. She was so evil that Aunt Liz had to go over there and pray the devil out of her. Golly. The producers, after they had got her ass calmed down, they was like, y'all got to get up out this establishment. Okay? Everybody get your shit.
You know how bad they do not want to go to jail in Mexico? And they wasn't coming to get Dennis. They was coming to get all y'all niggas. All of y'all.
They was coming to get, that's why the producers was like, y'all got to get out of here. Because they was coming. They definitely was coming. You think them people in the restaurant didn't call? Then this fool, while they leaving out, I want him arrested. He could be locked up in a Mexican prison.
That's
him and his mama.
That's when I was 100% done with her. You want him locked in a Mexican prison?
That's what she said.
Wow.
She said him and
nobody
his mama.
wants to be doing that. That's terrible.
She is a whole Karen on these streets. Her name is no longer Portia. She is Karen. So all of that activism and all of that stuff you was doing, I'm calling you out on all of that because you was trying to send this black man.
They said it. They said it, and I was like, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Well, you know what, Portia, you full of shit.
Well, you know what? When we was talking about the whole thing, and we was like, well, one way or another, we gonna find out if it's real.
We're gonna see if she for real or not. Yep.
Now we see she full of shit. Okay. She was just doing it, trying to make herself look a certain way. But this is you, honey.
I want him in a jail in Mexico and his mama.
That's what she said.
What is his mama going to jail for doing? What is Mama Gina going to jail for doing?
She been after Mama Gina. She attacked Mama Gina. The whole thing was her attacking Mama Gina.
Why is Mama Gina going to jail? For doing what? Trying to leave?
Trying to leave. For saying She done lost her mind after
That
you
part is
didn't
true.
say her bitch ass can leave.
That's
She
part
done
is
lost
true.
her mind.
That's how you talking about your child's grandmother. Whoa.
Mm. Your child gonna see this one day. Don't
Mm,
think she ain't.
mm. Yeah, because
So
Mama
the
Gina go
next,
show her. Mama Gina go show her.
she definitely gonna show her if she ain't one of them other cousins is.
Yeah.
Cause she don't have a good record with her cousins.
Nope.
Except and Londi, she don't seem like she got that good of a relationship with her. So the next day,
Probably
y'all,
because her mama came on the show.
yeah,
And she
and that
don't
was
fit
good.
it.
And that was good. Um, so the next day, y'all, Portia blamed her ghetto behavior on being triggered because the stuff they were talking about was so traumatizing. It was the most traumatizing time in her life, okay, because she was pregnant and she's betrayed. She was betrayed by Dennis. That was
That
the
was
most
the most
traumatizing time.
traumatizing thing in her life. That was the most traumatizing thing in her life. Being cheated on?
Number one,
Hmm.
you lost your father, right?
Ain't her daddy dead? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, you've been
Did
through a
she get
whole divorce.
arrested?
She got arrested.
Huh.
She'd been through a whole nother divorce. She had another husband that wasn't traumatizing.
I'm gonna go to
She's been
jail.
locked up in the
Jail
prison.
would traumatize me for sure.
Daddy number one dying would be number one on the list, I would think. Number two, you still got back with Dennis after that. So it wasn't that damn
You
traumatizing.
come back.
You went back with Dennis. Number three,
She's still trying to get back with Dennis.
right. Number three, you told Don to bring that shit up. They didn't bring it up.
You set
You
Don
told
up.
Don to bring
You
it. That's the reason
set
why
up.
you brought him on the trip to bring that shit up. But you was triggered because they brought up that you brought him on the trip because
And
he
you
was the
know
one
what?
who caught
Because
him.
my first reaction was, what the hell is Don crying for? But now that I look at it, like, he probably was like, why I
He
do
feel
that?
bad. He feel bad.
I shouldn't even said nothing. Y'all got your grandmamas and shit out here fighting. Mm-mm. He should feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, they show a flashback of Portia arguing with Dennis. And she is saying Simon wouldn't sleep with his young bartender while his fiance is pregnant. Simon wouldn't do that. The same Simon that left his wife
Would
for her
Simon,
coworker.
would Simon sleep with the lady that his wife brought to the house?
She brought you to the house. You've been over to the house kicking it, but this Simon wouldn't do that, girl. If you don't shut your ass up. So the producers let us know that Mama Gina, Dennis, and the young lady, his guests, they left for Cancun. So Dennis still took them on vacation. I'm like, look, I'm still gonna treat y'all to a real vacation, okay?
But we getting the hell out
But
of here before this bitch send me to jail or some bullshit.
let me get out of here, cause yeah, absolutely, cause she didn't lost her everlasting mind, y'all. That don't make no sense. So here's the thing. So the chick, right? The chick that the work, is that what he was calling it? The work.
Yeah.
So the work that Dennis brought, she had a room down the hallway. Okay. Um, let me see. I'm finna show you the picture of her. This is the
seen the
reason.
work, so I'm ready to see this picture.
You seen the work? You ain't seen the work.
No.
Okay, y'all. So I'm finna show y'all the work. This is the reason why Portia was so upset. Because Londi had already let it be known that
I was singing.
she was walking around, right? She was walking around on the thing, doing her thing, right? This is her.
Oh.
Shout out to Sherelle. I got this off of Sherelle's World site.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
This is why she was mad.
She giving a little Kim Kardashian vibe.
Well, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Now,
I'll
now
let
we
you
see
know
why.
right there.
Now we see why she was demon possessed.
Now we see that is why she
Mm,
couldn't take it. She
mm.
couldn't take it. That's what the real issue was. That's where
The
all this
case was
anger came
open.
from.
The Kim Kardashian looking like.
Mm. All right, Dennis, I see you.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. So then the producers let us know that Portia sent a text to her whole family requesting that they don't even talk about what happened the night before. Where they do that at?
Well, Portia does that. I feel like she probably did that with Bolo. Texted everybody and said, "Don't say nothing." That's what Portia
Mm-hmm.
does.
Mm-hmm. So we see them the next morning. They all on the bus.
Looking a damn fool.
It was so awkward. It was so awkward. Nobody had on makeup except for Portia. Portia, the only one whose face was done up. Everybody else looked like what they went through the night before. Everybody was looking tired. Hair was looking a mess. No makeup, and y'all, Storm was nowhere to be found. Okay, because Storm had got beat up. Her face that she showed, her face did get messed up that night. But them plates and shit, that was Portia.
I just
Her
want
catching
to
them elbows and stuff.
know. She sat up there and put out, last week put out all these information that Dennis did this to me and Dennis did that. Dennis' hands was tied. Dennis didn't do anything to you.
Dennis wasn't able to
And
touch you.
Portia talking about she wished that there was cameras with more angles. How many more angles do we need to see that the security had Dennis' hands tied up?
The whole time.
Right.
Dennis was the one should have been on there talking about they jumped me, y'all.
Dennis was
They attacked me.
in a hug your stuff lock.
They got Dennis and his mama. Now this, y'all listen to this. This was Portia plan. They got Dennis and his mama away from Atlanta, away from his family, so they could take him down in Cancun and beat his ass, and nobody could come do nothing about it. That's what they did. Imagine if that was your sister or your daughter, and his fam and her baby daddy's family took her away to somewhere where y'all couldn't get nowhere near her and beat her ass. That's what
I would have
happened
been like, what you call it? I would have been like Reggie did when Tammy called his ass last week and come down to that house.
But they was all in Mexico. You see what I'm saying?
I would have got on the first flight because somebody owe Portia ass whooping.
Somebody do.
And her Aunt Darlene. And Darlene can get it too.
And Darlene. And Storm. Because Storm was swinging too. And they could slap Lauren because she hit him so she can get slapped too.
And you know what? If me and my man are arguing, stay the fuck out of it. I don't need nobody in my family chiming in or none of that. Like, we don't need, if there's an argument between people that are in a relationship, having outside voices, that's just like Aunt Liz said. Like, y'all, you got all these people around and they got shit to lose trying to make your shit worse. Portia keeps saying she's doing it for Pilar and co-parenting. And when I see this nigga already come over, drop off the baby, everything is very cordial. You
stop it. And Simon stood there when they was arguing. He didn't even get in it. He said, "Okay, man, we'll figure this out tomorrow."
He was so pleasant.
He didn't know that Portia was gonna swing. You know what I'm saying? But he was just like, "I'm just gonna stay here." You know what I'm saying? Because look, his hand was like this against Portia. His hands weren't like that against Dennis because Dennis wasn't being the aggressor.
No.
He was holding Portia back because she was the aggressor.
Even the way he was talking to Dennis was like, "Don't worry, take it easy." You know, he wasn't.
Yep, it was nothing.
Crazy. Just walk away because she's
looking. Exactly what he said. In other words,
get her some shoes because she done busted all this glass on the floor and we can't walk around like that.
Make no sense. So They supposed to be going to see the shaman, y'all.
I'm over this. I'm no more. No more of y'all fake meditation. Y'all ain't meditating shit.
What now, mind you, Porsha ain't been to none of this stuff this whole time.
No.
Now the day after, all of a sudden, oh, you on the bus, you excited, you want to go see the shaman. But you ain't been to one time this whole trip.
Portia said, this is how my family does things. This is when she got on the bus and then went to her confessional. She's like, this is how my family does things. They always sweep things under the rug and act like things didn't happen. And then producers put her on blast and said, Portia texted everybody and told them not to say anything. That's not how your family does things.
And Liz said, Mama Portia said,
we can't
talk about it last night. You know what I'm saying? The other ones, they asked Lauren, she ain't want to say nothing. They asked, oh boy, he ain't want to say nothing. And Londi, the only one that was truthful and be like, she said, don't say nothing. Londi tried to clean up a little. She said, I mean, at first she asked me, was I okay? But then she told me, keep my mouth shut. So they get there. They get to the little Shaka thing. Y'all, Portia ain't paying attention. Okay, just like, and here's the whole thing. She's sitting up there acting like, you know, her mouth, that she paying attention, eyes closed, whatever, hitting the buzz and stuff.
She sitting up there meditating, talking about where the hell he take that bitch to. I wonder, are they?
You know that's what it is. Yep, that's how she was looking. That's exactly how she was looking. I know the hell he didn't take her. Yeah. That's where she was at. Here's the thing, Portia. If you had actually been paying attention and doing the meditation and all this stuff, the yoga and stuff, maybe your ass wouldn't have exploded like you did. Because if you really had got something out of it, but you ain't want to participate. Your ass only showed up when
to get nothing out of it. She came there to antagonize Dennis.
She came there to try to make Dennis jealous.
And Dennis was like, okay, then I got a baddie I'm gonna bring down here too.
Yep. Well, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him.
I mean, I think it was based on the fact that he got jumped. You know what, Dennis? Run it.
Yeah. When they got done with their little thing, Lauren was making a speech. And
fuck up. I don't want to hear no more of her speech.
Well, she did say, because this was pointed at Portia, she did say that, and she didn't say Portia, but basically everybody knew she was talking about Portia because she started talking about people placing the blame on other people instead of looking at themselves, and how it end up causing so much drama. Portia knows she was talking about her, okay? She gave her the nastiest look, which was horrible.
She already don't respect nothing Lauren has to say anyway.
She don't. And then Liz, she started talking about, you know, the whole thing. I felt like Mama Gina was getting better. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And Portia had this look on her face like, I can't believe you sitting up here talking about Mama Gina.
But she's not
anything
against Liz. She's not.
You said she's what?
Portia's not going to say nothing against her Aunt Liz, so she just had to sit there and suck that one up.
She got to sit up there and she got to take it. She got to take it. Producers come out and they're like, why ain't nobody acknowledging what happened last night? And Liz said, well, I was told not to talk about it.
Never in the history of ever has a producer come out and been like, y'all are being fake. Like, this is stupid. Y'all had a whole ass fight. Now we're not going to talk about it.
Come on now. And Portia sat up there with that evil ass look on her face, talked about, so are you done? Are we done with the scene? Then let's wrap it.
And in that moment, they should leaks her ass and By the way, speaking of Nene Leakes, I really like changing the subject. Have you seen Tasha K's interview with
I
Nene?
did. New dude, her side dude.
I have never
Yeah.
seen a more bitch-made nigga in my life than this. This dude was the most ridiculous. It was so hard. Like it's like a car
I
accident.
didn't even finish the
You just want
interview.
to turn it
I
off.
stopped half. I did turn it off. I turned it off halfway.
Look
That
here,
was horrible.
it was so funny because at the end, Tasha was like, "That was just torture," and I was like, "I know it was because I felt torture."
I didn't even make it. Yeah, I turned it off halfway through. I was like, really, dude? And then you had your homeboy there for what? Just to.
What kind of sorry ass figure is he? You came here to
Girl.
co-sign us some pussy that he may or may not have gotten. And this is the thing, Nene, I ain't even mad at you, but you need to pick somebody whose lips ain't that loose, because this nigga's talking to. Who gives a whole interview about somebody that they was hooking up with?
That was crazy. Because he did it for that. Because eventually that's what he came in for. And then I looked at him like, really, Nene? That's what your side piece? You gonna go for something young, and then you going for something looking like that?
Nah, we would have to.
That's not what my young side piece gonna look like.
Not either. And how would you you own a barbershop and you walking around, like a 17-year-old?
He looked corny. He act corny, and I can't believe she even went there with him. That was horrible. So y'all, back to Porsha real quick. We had a little side interlude, but it's dinner time, and the producers let us know Porsha at this point gave them permission to talk about the altercation. So that means the producers had a conversation with Porsha and was like, "Look here, y'all, you gonna have to talk about it." So,
or this show is over. We will never
yeah,
2 more episodes.
So she let them talk about it, but she wanted to put her little spin on it. Okay. So they at the table, they like, where's Storm at? Storm is not feeling well. See, at this point, Porsha hadn't figured out what lies she was gonna come up with Storm, because she knows she messed that girl face up.
Well,
okay.
But I'm like, Dennis is gone, so there's no point in Storm being there. Who you gonna talk to? Not Lonnie. She get beat up again.
She didn't want y'all to see Storm face, because her thing was she was gonna try to act like none of that shit happened.
Yeah.
Then she would have had to explain Storm fucked up face. Okay, so she was trying to keep Storm hidden, and she probably knows she couldn't control Storm mouth, and you wouldn't be able to control my mouth if my face was looking like that. You know what I'm saying? So in the background, Dennis tell producers, ain't none of that faze him. He see family arguments like that all the time. On a scale of 1 to 10, that was just a 2. Okay.
Simon.
Did I say Dennis?
Simon.
Yeah. Simon said that.
Simon over here trying to act like a guru. Don't nobody want to hear him talk.
He let us know. Is he here to play whatever role?
He's not here. So Simon finally gets a moment to talk and says nothing. Blah, blah, blah.
And he ain't so cute. He's saying, I'm going to be Portia's puppet. That's basically what he said. So at the dinner, y'all, Liz let him know. Okay. Because Porsha, she tried to bring up that whole, being triggered shit. Liz let her know Dennis cheating should never been brought up. What he did in the past should never been discussed in front of everybody here at the table. So then he feel like he got to defend himself, and then he feel like he got to defend his mama, because now he felt like his mama's being attacked.
Yeah, that's what was happening.
Yeah. And then Porsha do this whole thing about, her being triggered, and then she do the little fake cry, and then as fast as she cried, as fast as she cut that shit off. Okay.
I'm tired of using that term.
Yeah, she's triggered.
Everybody's triggered.
I was triggered. I blacked out. I'm sorry. That was a bad time in my life. Shut up. That had nothing. What that have to do? What that happened? What happened with Dennis? What do that have to do with Dennis' mama? You've been going after Dennis' mama from the beginning.
Day
You
one.
lunged at Dennis' mama. You didn't lunge at Dennis. It's crazy. So we back in the States. She over in Decatur. She went to go see her mama.
Why
She
her
bought her
mama
mama.
got lemon pepper sitting on the just sitting there ready?
Why is that in my nose? Why? Who keep lemon pepper sitting on the nightstand?
Sitting there on the nightstand.
Child.
Did Portia's mama get a tummy tuck?
She did something.
Why
She
she?
sitting up there with that fake ass back brace on.
Okay.
I was like, y'all fooling it. That ain't how
And
you
it's so
look.
funny because Portia walks in and her mother's like, "Oh, look at you, Miss Thing. It's high and tight." I was like, "Y'all just
That's all they care
it's gonna
about.
take more than a booty, girl. It clearly is gonna
Oh
take
my
more than
God.
just a big old booty."
Girl, that booty is so big. It's stupid. It's nasty at this point. It's just stupid.
It's almost a Kimbella booty.
Yeah, it's running like it get bigger every damn season. She getting a little extra pumped in every season because it wasn't that big last season.
No, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Girl, bye. She talking about, oh, I'm so sorry I missed the trip. I just cried, Portia. Girl, if you don't shut up lying, you ain't want to go on that trip because you ain't want to face the fact that you told Dennis' mama that Porsha'S was cheating
She
too.
didn't want to go on that
That's
trip,
why you ain't
but
go on
she
that
like
trip.
Marlo. Didn't Marlo have a backache? Because she went over there and had surgery while she was like, they gonna be gone. I'm gonna go ahead and get this work. I don't want to go on that trip. And low key, I think she probably doesn't want to be bothered with her sister Darlene.
She probably didn't want to be. And Portia probably didn't want her to go because she probably wouldn't be able to clown
Not
the
like
way she would have. Because it seemed like Portia mama and Dennis had a good relationship. And I don't think she would have clowned like that in front of her mama.
she co-signs her so much. Like my mother would call me out if I was on bullshit. She not finna sit up there co-sign my shit if I'm wrong.
So she sat there and she told her about her version of what happened. And she gonna say, Dennis, wait a minute. Let me say this real quick. Because she was sitting up there eating them lemon pepper wings. And do y'all remember the Cordell said? Cordell said he had came home, Portia mom was laying up in his bed with a big old box of pizza. I was like, see, now shit come back. That what other people said. He had an attitude because he came home. She laying a big ass up on this bed with a big ass pizza. And I'm sitting up here laying up in this bed with these damn the wings. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's what Cordell was talking about. That right there.
I don't like it. You already know, girl. I was like, you just be okay.
Ooh-wee. Okay, so back to the lies. So she tells her mama that Dennis asked Simon if the girl could come. He didn't ask Simon if the girl could come. That's not how that happened. He said that I got somebody here.
You might want to tell her, yeah.
Yeah. And talking about and that right there by him asking Simon if it was okay for him to bring the girl, let me know that he wasn't taking the process serious. He was just out there trying to be petty. What process? What did you participate in, Portia?
The fight.
You was the one out there being petty.
The fight she started. She participated in shit.
She ain't participating in nothing but dinner. Nothing but her fat ass came there to eat. She sure wasn't participating. She ain't did a yoga or nothing. She ain't participating in nothing.
She came to dinner, like you said. And then her and
right. She talking about he was trying to show Simon like as if I was still wanting him and like, see, look how she acting. I mean, that's exactly what happened though. You showed Simon that.
Simon don't give a shit.
He really don't. He really don't.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't even see Simon coming to her defense like as your man would have.
He didn't. He absolutely
He was
didn't.
looking so disgusted, like, somebody, please.
When he was holding her, he was looking like, I can't believe this
This
girl is
fool.
acting like this.
Yeah.
The mama sit up there, co-sign, girl, no, he didn't.
It was just like that, too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And then
what's
she
wrong
gonna
with
sit up
Portia.
there, huh?
I said, that's what's wrong with Portia.
That is what's wrong. And I can believe that the
True.
mama had been doing her like that her whole life.
Yep.
She was one of them kids that got in trouble in school, and the mama came up there and was like, not my little Portia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she get and she's become this rotten person because she's spoiled to death because she used to get in her way because that's how her mama has treated her. Then she told her that Simon wants her to get Dennis stuff out the house. At this point, her mama was like, thank goodness. She was like, well, he don't even have no stuff in the house. Yes, he do. Because your mama said, thank goodness. That means everybody know that Simon got stuff in your basement, and it's about time the stuff was out of the house. And it ain't just what you try to act like it was, because she wouldn't have had that reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Her junky ass basement needs to be clean. I want to know who is Larry and why do we know where everything is in her basement? Larry was like,
Larry is Larry's her mama boyfriend. It said.
oh, okay. Because I was like, he sure know where everything is. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, but still, mama's boyfriend, how often are you down in that nasty ass basement?
Well, that's what I'm saying though. It seems like that the mama and Dennis have a good relationship. So he probably had a good relationship with her dude. Hell,
yeah.
They probably didn't been down there. They probably, if he could tell you where it's at, him and Dennis been talking.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga was like, turn around. The shelf back there, that's what's over there. Okay, go over there. That's where the dishes is. I said, why do we know where everything is? Is he the housekeeper? He should clean the basement.
And then she gonna tell her that he got into it with Storm and he told her, shut the fuck up, bitch. He did not say that.
Said, bro.
They showed it. Producers rewinded. He said, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. That's what he said. You a lie. You just, everything come out of her mouth is a lie.
Oh,
and then she gonna say, and then that's when you told me, girl. That's when I just
right.
Oh my God. And then he gonna try to grab me like I was going after his mama. That's exactly what happened.
That's what you were doing. Her mama talking about, why would you be going after his mama? Because that's what she did.
Because that's exactly what she did.
I mean, otherwise, like, where's she at? Where's she at? Where is mama at? Where girl?
Because you want to fight his mama so bad. For what? Pilar grandmama. We gonna quit saying his mama. You want to keep trying to fight Pilar's grandmama. You want to have a whole fit talking about somebody disrespecting your grandmother, but you was out there trying to fight Pilar's grandmama.
Wow.
That's horrible.
That's crazy.
And Portia mama, I hope you feel stupid after you watch it.
She don't. She's seen this before. She's seen when her daughter gets triggered before. Hell, Portia is the only one on the show who has beat up 3 people on camera. She
need to go. Y'all need to, y'all need to boycott. And then it make you be like, oh, okay. That's why Portia quit all her jobs, because this shit was gonna come out.
Explain it. Yep.
Because she was gonna have to talk about it. You can't be on Dish Nation and we not talk about what the hell happened.
She was Randy was gonna wear that ass out over there on Housewives.
Come on now.
What's she gonna do now? Because we don't want it. Next week is the finale, and I am glad it's over.
Baby. So look, she went over there to see Aunt Leah.
Episodes.
just done with it. So she went over there to see Aunt Liz over at the Jose Williams Feed the Hungry charity place. Okay. Portia ain't never been to that place before. Portia sat up there and make y'all think that she was doing all this stuff in Jose Williams' name, and Portia ain't never been there. She got a whole tour. She ain't working. She fake. She been faking the funk.
And that lives
She
so
ain't been
out on
over
that.
there, and her mama says she ain't never been over there. They ain't into that. They
I
ain't into that.
don't think her mama jive with that side of the family so much.
Well, yeah, because Aunt Liz, they always say the two sides don't get along.
Yeah, well,
They be
I
saying
see
that.
why. Bring Darlene
Absolutely.
back to my house. We ain't gonna get along over here either. Her a storm.
Mm-mm. So, oh, let me see.
But she asked her if she needed to apologize to the activist people. Portia says she don't owe nobody apology.
She said no. Oh, so she talked about, I was trying to read, because it's how I wrote it. I couldn't remember how I wrote it. She started talking about what happened. They sat down, they started talking about what happened. And the first thing Portia said, yeah, his mama, did you see his mama face? She seemed satisfied that it happened.
Then what happened?
The fight.
No,
Did you see his mama face? She seemed satisfied.
I didn't see that. I missed that.
We didn't see her because you acted a fool.
I seen her mama get up, and she went down that wherever she went. We didn't see her no more.
It's amazing that we're gonna talk about what happened. The first thing you do is trying to swing the narrative that it was his mama.
Well, you know what? Liz and Mama Gina already have bonded with each other, so you're not gonna be able to do that.
She was doing it for the camera. Because like I said, she was gonna try to flip this narrative and make it seem like that they was the bad person. So she
ain't
was
gonna
trying
be.
to say stuff. Yeah, she was trying to say stuff to make it seem like Dennis was wrong.
When
and
she
the mama
sat
was
there
wrong.
and looked at production and was like, "Are we done this? So we're done." They was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah, they was like, we got that ass.
all right."
We got that ass. That's exactly what happened. Yep. They spent it on her ass because she was disrespectful. They was like, oh, okay.
And
Yep, we
somebody
done.
took a boom mic to the head, like, "Okay, all right,"
Yep. Yep. Yep.
because you know he was mad. He didn't went back to his room and been like, "This bitch hit me upside the head."
Hell yeah, he was mad. And she hit it hard too.
Yeah, that monster was throwing stuff all over the place.
Yeah. Um, she said something about and Liz told her, look here, it should have just been you, Simon, Dennis, and Pilar. All them extra people didn't need to be there. Okay, you just trying to work on just your family. And we didn't need all them other people. She said, what's his name? Lauren and Dom. They was a bad influence. Now, the only thing
Lauren was good at being sweet on camera, but I think she's messy behind the scenes because her and Dom is tight. Not her sister.
Oh, absolutely. The other Lauren.
Yeah.
The other Lauren. She probably don't have a job after this. After Portia watch it, she probably don't have a job because she vindictive. And here's the thing. I do agree that she didn't need all them people there if you just trying to blame your family. But we're not going to put it on Lauren and Dom either because they were robots. They were doing what the hell Portia told them to do.
You have only people that get paid around you. Like if I'm being paid to be there and my boss says, bring this up, I'm going to reluctantly probably do it because I don't know these people. She told me to ask this nigga a question. That's what I'm paid to do.
And he don't work with her no more, but he just want to be on camera.
Well, he got a check for that, I'm sure.
I'm sure he did. I'm not sure he needed it.
So the streets said though that Portia had asked some other cousins to be on there, and the other cousins was like, hell no, because I don't do what Portia said I do. She had a whole, I don't know if it was a tweet or an Instagram post, but she said that was disrespectful and that she, you know, how nice Dennis' mama is. And so her own family is like, Portia is on bullshit.
Because I heard it was a lot of people that they asked to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the girl said, she said, I'm glad that the world got to see what good people, the real Dennis and Mama Gina, outside of the nonsense that Portia, the lies that Portia's trying to put out there about them.
And this is the
She
thing,
said like, her daddy had died, and they were the only ones.
Dennis is a player. We ain't gonna act like he's not. But you kept trying to like get this man to settle down, and you knew he wasn't.
Well, you was only with him for a hot second. And you jumped up and was trying to get pregnant. And you said you got pregnant because he had this. Oh, my legs got wider. And he got that.
Open wider, and he don't have no kids. And yeah, okay then.
Yeah. It ain't because you was in love with him. You got pregnant because of the things that he had. That came out of your mouth.
You love this big stomach ass now. He out here flying out Kim Kardashian.
Man, that's crazy. And she tell her, look, you don't want Pilar to grow up and see mama attacking daddy on video.
Oh, she gonna see it.
Oh, let her tell him, no. She didn't think she was gonna have to see it because she really thought she was gonna be able to switch this narrative around, so she wasn't worried about Pilar seeing it.
Surprise.
Right. And her responses as well, and I'm not gonna let anybody do anything to my family. They didn't do anything to your family. Your family did it to him. Stop saying that.
I believe Portia believes her bullshit though. The shit that comes out of her mouth, I think she buys into it.
She's that sick. She probably do.
Yeah.
She probably do. And Liz let us know. She said Portia is beginning to learn about the family legacy, but she can't carry it yet. That means she's just beginning to learn about that side of the family. That makes me think that Portia ain't really been around them like that.
No,
okay.
You can't show up to no march and then think you're an activist.
And she said that. She said that you can't come to a couple of march and raise your fist. And she said it's about sacrifice. And it's some things you got to give up. Some comforts you got to give up. And that right there, that nonsense, that BS, that stuff, you got to give that up. And Portia ain't trying to give that up. Okay?
Even though you get arrested, you got a whole camera crew there. They know who you are. They ain't nothing finna happen to you. That whole thing just, built her little whatever it was she was trying to prove, and then we got arrested. You knew you wasn't going nowhere.
So she asked her about, like you said, about the damage control for the activism. She said she ain't felt like she was gonna have to change the narrative. She ain't feel like it. She ain't got no.
Karen.
Portia is not showing no remorse about.
I bet you they don't ask her to do shit no more. I bet you they'd be like, I don't know if that's a good look having you. Thank you though.
It's not gonna be a good look, Karen.
She's gonna have to go down there on the holidays to feed the homeless. Go ahead and go back to like serving up dishes to the hungry people.
You attack.
Isn't that what it's supposed to be about? Like at the end of the day, when nobody's looking, and are you doing the work then when the cameras aren't there? And no, because you've never even been there before.
No. Are you doing the work with your child when the cameras is not there? No, because we've been seeing you all over the world with Simon and that baby been, I'm assuming, with her grandmama, and
or
then,
her daddy.
Yeah.
Because at this point, like we are still in the middle of a pandemic. Are you flying your baby all over the world like that? That's not responsible.
Nope. She ain't been.
My baby wouldn't be on no airplane.
And Liz also tell her, I wish I could seen a little bit more from Simon. A little bit more from Simon. Like, he don't care about you. So take that into action because he really ain't caring about you.
Like, I feel like if all that melee was going on and in the midst of that, I can't see my dude being so calm. Like, I feel like he would have had my back a little bit more this time.
At least he would have been able to pick you up and move your ass out of the atmosphere.
Right.
He was so unbothered. The look on his face, he was just like crazy. Okay, so and Liz let her know. Look here, she feel like Dennis is a good guy. Okay, she saw him trying to do what he's supposed to do on the trip, and at the end of the day, he loved his child. So all that nonsense you talking about, stop it. Okay, because he's a good dad. Let him be there for his child. Don't try to take his child out of his her life. Why did Aunt Liz say that? Because something else going on. And Portia is trying to keep him out, which we're gonna see on the next
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, yeah.
And she
Well, I
claims she only
think
talked to
too,
four.
like based on the way things like happen, because what she said was, you got people in your life that's getting in the way of your relationship, and they don't have nothing to lose. Storm,
Mm-hmm.
Lauren.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, Portia claims she ain't talked to him outside of talking to him about Pilar having surgery, which I find weird because we're gonna see in the next scene he got the baby right now. So you had some kind of conversation. He ain't just picked up. Was you not at home? Oh, you probably wasn't because you probably ain't had the baby. He probably picked the baby up from your mama house. Quiet as kept. You probably didn't.
Because her son
So
don't be home.
right. So speaking of Dennis, he at the restaurant with his mom. And he basically is explaining to his mom, regardless of what happened, he still has to be cordial because of Pilar. And that was the end of that. Okay.
Not only that, he said Lauren is still his family and Storm. He ain't really trying to have no beef with none of them niggas up there.
He ain't. That's how he feels. And let's just be clear, because he did say before the fight started, he was telling Storm to stay out of it. He said you were a child. Then her mama talking about she and the child, she grown. Let me tell you something. Dennis and them is 40 years old.
And she 20.
Storm is 20. She's a child. To him, he's a child. My child is older than Storm. I would look at Storm like a kid.
Yeah.
You is a kid.
Yeah.
So stop it.
She Kylie said.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that Kylie knows how to act when she leave the damn house.
And if she was popping off like that, you'll be like, if you seen somebody that age popping off like that, you'll be like, little girl. Yeah.
You lost your mind.
I used to work with a place with a bunch of kids that was younger than my child popping off. And I'm like, I got kids older than you. Like,
you gonna stop
I'm
that.
not gonna take this shit from you.
Yeah.
You a kid.
Right.
Okay, so then real quick, Lauren and sister and Lauren, Portia, they in the basement. They was looking for stuff. We talked about that. Dennis had the producer played her. Okay, Dennis, she tried acting like all he had was a bag of socks. The producer showed us that he had a couch, he had a grill down there, he had an entertainment system, he had clothes, he had kitchen stuff. Stop it. Okay, quit trying to play him.
The tax papers over there? I don't think those were important tax papers.
It probably was because I have a box of old tax forms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that because the boyfriend did say if he ever had to go back, he had his tax papers. So that's probably what that was down there, just the old ones stored away.
Why does her basement look like that? Like that's a whole nother room that you could be using. What the hell?
That girl.
Pilar could have a whole playroom down there.
She tried.
Game room.
The house was too big for Portia anyway. She got that big old mansion for what?
Because she was trying to
be Pilar.
It wasn't no Pilar when she bought the house. She had
what did she need that big old thing for? Because the house.
She want to keep up with Nene and them.
Because the house clearly is huge. Because the next thing she packing up his stuff, she get a call and she talking to her mama, but this person called and said Dennis was there to drop off Pilar because she always with her daddy.
I think they was
they was at the gate.
Yeah.
Now, she finished the whole conversation with her mama. They talked for a while. Dennis hadn't even made it to the house. So I was like, well, damn, how far away is this damn gate? So that's a huge house. That's a huge
You gotta
house.
go through the security. The security gotta call up there, let you know somebody coming. Then you gotta drive through the whole neighborhood in order to get to the house.
Come on now. Those brothers. Is that Baxter?
No, that's Caitlin.
Oh.
She got the nerve to be humming. She ain't like la 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 la.
We hear you, Caitlin. You're on candy camera.
She said, say that again.
There's nothing wrong with you being with somebody.
She said there's nothing wrong with her being herself, no matter where she at.
All right, then. Come
Even
on
if
up
I'm
here.
in the middle of recording. So there.
All right. So anyway, Dennis come, he drop off Pilar, and Portia got her little cute short hairstyle on. And I feel like Dennis told her he liked her hair short, and that's why she was looking like that when
I like it short too. I'm glad she took that shit off.
I feel like that was Dennis' style. You know what I'm saying? I like it when your hair is short. And
Maybe
that's why
when
she had her hair like that.
Get some waves or something.
Mhm. So he dropped off Pilar, and then she asked him, do he want to come in and talk? And that's where it went off. So next week, we going to see Simon retarded self or slow self. I shouldn't have said that word. His slow self telling Aunt Liz that Portia is Hosea Williams' granddaughter, and you guys need to start showing her some respect. What, Simon?
Is Liz his daughter?
Liz is his daughter, or is that her brother?
No, that's her. Is that
That's
her?
her. That's her daughter.
That's
That's her daughter.
That's her father.
Liz is the daughter because Liz
Right.
is Portia's father.
Right. Right.
Right. But they need to show the granddaughter some respect because of what? Because she's did what? She's did nothing but disgrace this name. That's what she's done.
That's what she
All
do.
the way starting at the Underground Railroad.
All the way
She
back
just
to the Underground Railroad.
Stop it. Stop it.
And
So y'all, that's the
what she say,
whole-
but ain't nobody with a half a brain go say that shit on purpose. She really thought it was a railroad portrait. We know you
She
ain't
really thought that. And let you know, she has not been around her grandfather. She has not really been around her father because ain't nobody taught this girl nothing. Not you ain't even learned nothing in school to even think that. She's been faking it. She's been.
There's no way in the world she wouldn't know the real story if she had been over there with her people. No way.
No way in the world. No way in the world. So we're gonna see this the last episode coming up. That was a whole lot of mess going on. That was a whole lot of y'all. Drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think. D coming to.
All right. Bye, y'all.